There's still a lot we don't understand about the brain, but thankfully, 2016 brought us some major progress in Alzheimer's research. Let me share some of the most interesting findings per Dr. Axe, certified doctor of natural medicine and clinical nutritionist. We know that there are a lot of theories about what causes Alzheimer's, like free radical damage, problems with glucose use, vitamin deficiencies, and even environmental toxins. But the good news is, we're finding some natural treatments that can help, and there are also some really promising Alzheimer's breakthroughs that could eventually lead us to a cure. A recent study from UCLA found that the Mediterranean diet is protective against Alzheimer's. This diet seems to help prevent the buildup of those toxic plaques and tangles in the brain that are associated with the disease. Basically, researchers used PET scans to show how lifestyle choices can directly affect the proteins in the brain, even in people who have subtle memory loss but haven't been diagnosed with dementia yet. So, what's in the Mediterranean diet? Well, it's all about fresh fruits and veggies, especially leafy greens like spinach and kale, plus non-starchy veggies like eggplant, cauliflower, and tomatoes. You also get a lot of olive oil, nuts and seeds, think almonds and sesame seeds, beans like lentils and chickpeas, and whole grains. Fish and seafood a couple of times a week are great, and high quality, pasture-raised poultry, eggs, and dairy are included in moderation. They also have red meat about once a week, a glass of red wine if you drink, and of course, plenty of fresh water, plus some coffee or tea. Another diet to keep in mind is the MIND diet, which combines the Mediterranean and DASH diets. It's specifically designed to reduce cognitive decline and has been shown to reduce Alzheimer's risk even more effectively than the two diets when followed separately. And believe it or not, the ketogenic diet is also showing promise. Some Alzheimer's patients who followed a keto diet showed improvement, especially in mitochondrial function. Along with food, exercise plays a huge role in preventing Alzheimer's. In the same UCLA study, they found that people who were more active had fewer plaques and tangles in their brain, meaning they were at a lower risk for Alzheimer's. Even if you're short on time, high-intensity interval training, HIIT, is a great way to stay active. However, we still need more research to figure out if HIIT is the best way to prevent Alzheimer's. For now, just stay active in whatever way works for you and aim for a healthy weight. Here's something that might surprise you. Your job can actually protect your brain from Alzheimer's. People who work in roles that involve interacting with others, like teachers or doctors, are better at maintaining cognitive function than those who work alone or in more isolated environments. So, if your job is more solitary, make an effort to stay social outside of work. Those social connections help keep your brain sharp. And here's a huge breakthrough. Scientists at the Salk Institute discovered that compounds found in marijuana, like THC, might help protect the brain from Alzheimer's. In lab studies, they found that these compounds can reduce inflammation and clear toxic amyloid proteins from brain cells. This is the first study to show how cannabinoids can help with both inflammation and amyloid beta buildup, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. But on the flip side, we need to be cautious about certain medications. Some popular over-the-counter and prescription drugs, like sleep meds and allergy medications, have been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's. Drugs like diphenhydramine, found in Benadryl, have anticholinergic properties, which are connected to brain function decline. If you take medications like these, it's a good idea to talk to your doctor or pharmacist to see if there are safer alternatives available. Another interesting connection to Alzheimer's is the gut-brain link. Researchers found that antibiotics, which change the gut bacteria, helped reduce the levels of toxic proteins in mice's brains. While this research is still in its early stages, it highlights the important role that our gut health plays in brain health. In fact, many people now refer to the gut as our second brain. It's possible that future research will uncover more natural ways to keep our guts healthy, which could help protect our brains too. Now, here's a game changer. A small study in 2016 showed that personalized treatment could actually reverse some of the symptoms of early-stage Alzheimer's. The treatment involved a mix of changes in diet, brain stimulation, exercise, sleep optimization, and specific supplements and medications. Some patients even improved enough to return to work. And on top of that, sleeping on your side could help your brain clear out waste more efficiently, which lowers your risk for Alzheimer's. Now let's talk about food. If you want to focus on Alzheimer's prevention, it's important to prioritize eating unprocessed, organic foods. These should be your go-to: vegetables, clean meats, and some fruit. You should also load up on antioxidants, especially vitamins A, C, and E. Antioxidants help fight the damage that free radicals can do, and colorful fruits and vegetables are packed with them. Wild-caught fish is another great choice since it's high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain health. Zinc is also really important for brain function, so make sure to eat foods like pumpkin seeds, grass-fed beef, and dark chocolate, which is a win-win. Another great food for your brain is coconut oil. Coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which provide ketones for your brain to use as fuel instead of glucose. Some people have seen significant improvements in memory after adding coconut oil to their diet. Now, let's dive into the foods to avoid. First, stay away from any food that contains toxins or additives. These can be neurotoxic, and it's especially important to avoid non-organic fruits and vegetables that may be coated with harmful chemicals. Research shows that people with higher levels of agricultural pesticides in their blood have a higher risk of developing Alzheimer's. It's also a good idea to avoid processed foods altogether. Alcohol is another big one. While it's okay to enjoy in moderation, excessive alcohol consumption can cause brain cells to die faster than usual, leading to brain damage. In fact, people with alcohol-related dementia often have decreased neuron density, and their brains show signs of shrinkage and altered glucose metabolism. You should also be cautious with tap water. It may contain environmental toxins like aluminum salts, which have been linked to Alzheimer's. It's a good idea to test your water or use a good filter to remove these potential contaminants. Sugar and refined grains should also be avoided, as they can contribute to insulin resistance, which has been linked to Alzheimer's. Keeping your insulin levels low by cutting out sugar and refined carbs is a key component in maintaining good brain health. And finally, be careful with foods packaged in aluminum containers. Aluminum is neurotoxic, so it's best to avoid heating food in aluminum containers or using aluminum cookware. When it comes to supplements, there are a few that can really help in the fight against Alzheimer's. Fish oil with DHA, around 1,000 milligrams daily, is essential since DHA is a fatty acid that's critical for brain function. It's also a great anti-inflammatory. Vitamin D3, 5,000 IU daily, is another must-have, since research shows that vitamin D can help prevent the plaques and tangles that are linked to Alzheimer's. CoQ10, 200 milligrams daily, is another great one, as levels of CoQ10 decrease as we age, and supplementing with it could slow the progression of Alzheimer's. Ginkgo biloba, 120 milligrams daily, helps improve circulation to the brain, boosting memory and brain function. And phosphatidylserine, 300 milligrams daily, has been shown to improve brain cell communication and is especially helpful for people in the early stages of Alzheimer's. Lastly, a bonus remedy to consider is astaxanthin, an antioxidant found in wild-caught salmon. Taking 2 to 4 grams twice a day could support your brain health. Frankincense and rosemary oils are also amazing for brain health. You can put 2 drops of frankincense oil on the roof of your mouth twice a day and rub rosemary oil into your scalp after a shower to help with cognitive function and neurological development.